watch your languages go around, because apparently the robots at YouTube heard a cuss word last time. You can't watch it at the library, so watch your mouth.
See,
But
Chopper,
you let an F-bomb go, I guess is what. I don't know, man.
Chopper Bobs will be edited.
Really?
Well, yeah. What do you mean? Don't you watch the Chopper Bob channel?
I thought we just shoot from the hip.
Well, you guys can, but my version of it,
Oh, okay.
I'm not shooting yours. You guys are shooting yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your guys are gonna shoot
So what are
yours.
we gonna talk about on yours?
All I'm gonna do is
You're the
videotape.
interviewer.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you're the one that said, I got this.
but what are we gonna talk about on your video?
No,
It's the same
No,
thing.
he's shooting us.
I'm doing a video of you guys doing a video of me.
All right, explain that.
Let's go. Let's do this, man.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Let's just pull it. We'll just do it.
We'll just do
Let's
it.
just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Bam.
You want to talk about history?
We're gonna just turn it
Yeah,
to
listen, listen, I gotta remind him every once in a while. Remember to ask me how he got into hot rods.
Okay.
I'll get my show and tell.
Oh God. Okay.
This way I won't have to walk in front of you, John. They can see your smiling face for the entire video.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's going.
Let's go.
It's already going. You said you were going to edit it.
That's what we're saying. You wear me out already, man.
With the minute you said you were going to edit it, I turned it on.
So my first bleep, is my hair okay there?
Yeah.
You're right there, man. Okay. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this.
I'll do a 3, 2, 1 count, and then we will start. 3,
Are you nervous?
Only a little.
3, 2, 1, you're on. Okay, here we are, John and Mark Show again. Tell me where we at today, John.
Chopper Bob. What's your show called?
My Chopper Bob Customs.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the shop. This is
Yeah.
Chopper Bob.
Well,
Customs.
my YouTube's Chopper Bob Customs.
That's a K or
Yeah.
C.
With a C.
C.
I'm not into that.
How come?
That's everybody's got the K.
Yeah.
They're like belly buttons. They're all full of
Yeah.
weight.
Well,
Anyway.
Bob come from the Rust Country, where everything meant the deer hunter. That's where he come from. What's that town called?
Well, my town was Martinsville, Ohio.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the deer hunter, the first part of the deer hunter makes me homesick.
It does, huh?
It does.
The dirty roads or what?
Just the filth.
The filthiness, huh?
The steel mills. Of course, that stuff's all gone now.
Right.
I mean,
Right. Is it clean now?
It is now. They apparently have found shale oil now, and the money's flowing back into it. So,
So no more black lung.
no more black one. No,
Do you have black lung?
I don't have black one. I got out.
Have you been checked?
Well, I've had X-rays. I mean,
Okay,
you know,
you're good.
Well, one doctor did say, but anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're standing next to your funny car now.
Yeah.
Or the Phantom. What do you
Yeah.
want to call it?
This was originally a funny car in the late '60s, early '70s.
Uh-huh.
And somehow Rockin Robin Rish ended up with it. He drag raced it. I attempted to get licensed in it with his engine and transmission, and I pushed the head gaskets out.
You did good, didn't you?
I did, huh?
You did good, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You did very good.
And then Robin and I worked the deal, and I cheated him out of the car.
Cool.
So.
But there was screws to him, huh?
But hopefully I'm going to be running it this summer.
Cool.
Part of the deal is that I'm going to have a consignment engine in it from Diamond R Racing.
Cool.
And
You know he built my engine, right?
pardon me?
He built mine, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Everything's good so far?
Yeah, he built the engine in. Well, I was going to build the engine in my 41, and I got over there to put it together,
Yeah.
and it was assembled.
Good, you did
Yeah.
good. That's what a friend's for, huh? Yeah.
So what motor are you
I
going?
wanted to make sure it was going right.
What?
What motor are you going with here on the auto?
It's going to be small block.
Small block Chevy.
Yeah, small
Why
block.
not a big block?
Well, I got headers for
Oh,
small
there you go.
block.
That's fine. Where's the headers?
Carbureted? What?
They're in behind my welders over there. So they're a set of Dynatex.
What happened to the headers was on it?
Well, he had zoomies for a big block.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not running a blower, you know,
Alright.
so it's going to be normal.
So how the hell did you get to Guthrie?
How did I get to Guthrie? Well,
what the hell is that about?
my daughter was going to Oklahoma Christian College. She finished up at Central, and she liked Edmond.
Did
And,
she eat the pizza that was there in there?
Huh?
Well, that, Papa, whatever, the pizza joint right down the road.
You done let him plumb off the straight.
That's good food there. Pizza's
Get
good.
back on track.
Pizza is good.
Anyway, she seemed to like Edmund. We thought, well, you know, I was retiring. We had to figure out what we were going to do financially. We knew we could make it financially with me being retired, but we couldn't live in the house that we had up in Tulsa. So we found this, and we thought, well, she'll be close to us, so we moved down here.
Then she moved to where?
Well, then she moved to Bethany, and then she fell in love with a Tulsa police officer and got married, and so she's back where we came from.
So how long have you been here?
We've been here just a shade over 8 years.
8
How many?
years?
8 years.
Do you think she could get us a hookup on the first 48, maybe? Meet some of those guys?
I don't think so, no.
Tulsa
We
police
really
guys.
are going.
I'm lost too.
On first 48, it's always Tulsa.
First 48.
It's on A&E. It's the cop where they go the first 48 when you commit a crime.
Wow, we're
Yeah.
really running off the rails now.
Well, if he's a cop, I can maybe hook us up, you know? Anyway,
Yeah.
move
Anyway.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you moved to Guthrie and you found a lot of cool people?
Yep. Ran into you when, well, the deal is when I decided that it was time to retire, I tried to start a business with my brother-in-law, and we found this place, so it's got a pretty nice shop, and John and I basically started buying cars and flipping them, and we'd sell Hot Wheels and stuff like that.
September was cool though, the wing shop.
That's where I met you,
Yeah,
was
that's
when I
cool.
was up buying that from Jeff,
Yeah.
that 50.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
cool.
in Wisconsin now. I haven't heard from the guys what he's
They get it
doing.
running?
He couldn't get that engine running. Well, he could, but it would be
Yeah.
way more.
You were gonna do something stupid like put a small block in it or something.
You know, small block Chevy. That's
Slam your hand in the door, man.
that's the best thing to put in a Plymouth is a small block Chevy.
Hurt my feelings, man.
I know. But that's where I met you. You came up there while I was working the deal with Jeff. And-
Yeah.
Right,
Which-
Blair, Jeff Blair. Jeff Blair bought this.
Yeah.
It was kind of a turdy car. It looked pretty cool when you got it chopped though. It was cool.
You know, the guys at Plymouth, the president at the time wanted a man to be able to get in the car and keep his hat on.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
that's
really, man.
I'm for real. He wanted men to be able to get in the car and leave their hats on and drive.
Gentleman's car.
Yep, and so I took 4 inches out of it, and
Wow.
it made it look pretty slick.
That's cool though. It really was.
So,
I dig it.
Can't wear a hat.
Yeah, can't wear a hat. John, my brother-in-law,
He's too big
his
for a
name's
hat.
John too.
Right.
And he's a little bit taller than me,
Yeah.
and he'd have to sit like this
Yeah.
when he'd sit.
Yeah, I get that.
There's a video out there on Chopper Bob Customs of him
With a C,
with a C, Chopper
Right.
Bob Customs with a C,
not a K.
with him crawling out of the back of the car.
Yeah, I
with
seen
all-
that.
Yeah, so that's my brother-in-law, John.
Yeah, so you don't think I don't watch your videos, but I do.
Yeah, well, I know you do.
I watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, what can I say though?
So,
So what are you gonna do next?
what am I gonna do next?
Besides this 58 over here, we're not gonna talk
We're
about.
not gonna talk about that. I gotta get that out of here. I've got, well, this year, don't dwell on it too long. I may be working on this. He and I are
Yeah, it's
discussing.
already here.
Well, I know, but we're discussing it because I want him to be fully aware of what it's gonna take to make it a car. And anyway, this is gonna require front suspension, complete rebuild, brakes, complete rebuild, new quarter panels, new trunk floor extensions on either
So pretty much
side.
everything you spend, you can take that in half and buy one that runs and drives.
That's probably pretty close to
Yeah.
correct
So
there.
what's gonna be the end product here? A daily driver, mostly stock, what?
Yeah, this is the guy that has the 39 Ford that I built the frame for the Carson top on.
Yeah.
And he wanted a car for his wife, and so he wants it red with white, like Shelby stripes on it, and
I can move the outfield, or what's it called, not the outfield, the, what's it called, outsiders. Remember that one kid drove that real rowdy small block Mopar, or Ford, had all the rings?
no,
Yeah.
no.
Should watch it.
Do you have any control over him?
There's a cool, like that real rowdy, he had all the rings.
I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
What movie?
The outsiders.
The Outsiders. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Maybe
see
he
if I can
didn't
see
have
it.
the ring, but
Which car are you trying to figure out?
this guy pulled up and was right before they were gonna fight. He pulled up in his, like one of his.
Oh, yeah, the associates had a Mustang, right?
Way cool.
Yeah.
But I think that guy actually turned out to be the one that they killed in, oh, the guys from the World War III happened, you're off the rails, man.
You're off the rails again. Back to reality.
Yeah, Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Red, he was
Haven't
the narc.
seen that
He was the
either.
narc.
Haven't
Well, he
seen
was a
that
narc.
either. But this
Now,
actually.
hold on, Chopper Bob. You used to live in Tulsa, but you haven't seen the outsiders.
Yeah, what the heck is wrong with you, man?
What? Wait a minute, yeah.
Okay, you gotta understand something about my life in Tulsa, is that my life in Tulsa revolved around my job. When we moved there, I lived 1.5 miles from my job. When we
Did you go to Central
moved,
University?
when we moved our job, I was 4.5 miles away from my job, and basically it was, I drive back and forth to work, and I take care of my family.
Did you go to the center of the earth while you were in Tulsa?
Nope, never been to the center of the earth. Center of the universe, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
been there.
You're supposed to be able to talk and no one can hear you?
I've been to Canes once,
Yeah. You ever been to that place? So you can actually scream.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's super cool. You've
So-
never been there.
but I mean, it was my job. You know, I'd get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive into work to have a video conference with China. You know, so
Okay, so now you're gonna drop China, so you're gonna have to tell us what kind of work did you do?
Or is it like, do we have to have clearance?
well, no, that career, and because I've had more than one career.
Yeah.
That career, I started out as a mechanical engineer. I have my Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from Wichita State, and I designed pressure
There's
vessels.
something weird about Wichita, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You good for nothing.
Go on.
Anyway, I
Wichita State.
started out designing pressure vessels and internals for, primarily it was chemical plants and refineries. I mean, we, ended up as director of North and South America for a small business unit within the Swiss company. So we had, it was a global company. I was the director for North and South America. We had Shen Shui, I know you know him.
Yeah, I had it with him just the other day, Mayor's bag.
Was director of Asia Pacific,
funny you mentioned
Australia. And
Yeah.
anyway, so when we would have conference calls, sometimes I would have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive into work.
What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning? What time is it in China?
It was like, let's see.
Can't think about that long, my God.
Yeah, I know. It was
An hour from quitting time.
It was no, it was about noon.
Noon.
Yeah, the next day.
But you're gonna have to
So-
get your car going because we went yesterday to the Route 66 Cruisers and ate at Wild Orchard.
Well, it's going. It's just.
Yeah, listen, let's go out front and talk about that car.
Yeah.
We're getting kind of long here.
If you're rolling, we could talk about that one thing I want to talk about.
Find the
Yeah.
keys. So, all right. So,
There's the for sale sign in the window.
yep, that's the for sale sign.
918-645-4045.
Yeah,
You can own that car.
you could own this car. So this is my '41 Chevy. It wasn't really the car I wanted, but it was the car that I ended up with, and here again, it was my spare time while I was working and taking care of my family. It took me a lot longer to put it together than I would have liked.
Is it on a factory frame or?
It is the frame that came with the car, the guy had chopped up and put a 79 to 81 Camaro
That's pretty common.
subframe it. Well, the problem with it is, it's too wide. You couldn't turn the wheels. They were right out against the fenders.
I'm guessing you changed that because they're.
Yeah, I went to Hops. He's since crushed everything up just south of Stillwater.
Yeah, Hops.
Yeah, and I cut this frame out of a 4-door that he had in there.
Really? You know, we got a bunch of parts for Amos's 58 there.
Yeah, he had a lot of neat stuff there, and he had this 48 that it had some fender damage, but the frame was good. And then I put a Mustang 2 in it, and
Mustang 2 front suspension?
Huh?
Mustang 2 front suspension? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
what motor does it have?
it's got a 350. It's
So wait a minute, is this got a straight axle front end originally?
No, this actually had independent front
Okay.
suspension, but I mean it was you know, you hit the brakes, you don't know whether it's gonna stop, and if it does stop, you don't know what lane you're gonna be in.
Is it easy to pop the hood?
Yeah, it's easy to hop with it. So, gotta open the door. Actually, in 1941, they actually had inside hood release on this car.
Really?
Yep. Actually, this is all the original, this bracket I had to obviously make, but this is one and it had a, you know, it had a spiral wound.
And there's Robin Rish right here.
Yeah, there's Rockin Rish.
Right here, man.
He's my cameraman today. I suppose I'll be cameraman when you do him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there, that's a 350. And like I said, I was gonna put it together and Robin beat me to it. So Robin.
It fell together.
It fell together. So, it's just a, well, actually it was a Mr. Good, you know, watch your head. It's actually a Mr. Goodwrench, that, they had it in a 79 pickup. And
Cool.
it's a roller block, but it had a flat tappet in it. It's got a flat tappet. So,
Cool.
and then it's got a turbo 350 that here again I was gonna put together, and by the time I got over to the shop, Robin had already assembled it.
Maybe you should do something really nifty, like maybe drive this one.
I drive it occasionally.
Like that. Oh, what's that? It's not love this on Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've never seen him drive it.
No, I brought it to.
I know.
I mean, now granted, I haven't driven it enough. I know.
You should drive it more often.
I should probably drive it more. Yes.
All right, listen, we're getting to the audience retention where I know what it's gonna do. Who's here? Ah, it's Rich. Rob, what's
Okay.
going on?
So, anyway, so
Oh.
there. Oh, am I standing in front of Rob?
We're headed Rob's way, I don't know when.
I'm not part of it.
Funny car summer is what it is.
You're on the list, you're on the list though.
Anyway, so, what else you want, here, we're at the audience retention part.
Audience retention's going downhill like I said.
And I haven't cussed.
Much.
I said, thanks.
You're turning over again?
I'm trying to.
So-
Like when I worked at bumper to bumper, because all the guys come in there and I couldn't. Actually, I got out of the customer cussing.
Okay, so is there anything else you wanna ask me? since
There's
this
lots
is-
I'd like to ask you, but I'm not allowed to.
Hold on, back up, there's one more thing. Remember you're supposed to ask him, how did he become a hot rod?
Yes, how'd you come to Guthrie? First of all, stop real quick.
Right.
Stop real quick.
So,
Who had the cool? Very quick. It's like a deal, like on a movie. You know, give you 5 people. Do you want to kill them? Whatever. Who had the coolest car? Who had the fastest car? Where'd you hang out at? And how'd you get into hot rod? Real quick.
I can't answer most of them. My entrance into hot rodding started with my dad and his brothers. They were into toy trains. And my mom-
Lionel or what?
Walt.
Okay, move on.
Anyway, Lionel H.O.
Yeah.
My mom always said it was because they hopped so many freight trains when they were
Right,
kids.
right.
So anyway, and so I was into model trains before I can remember.
Okay. So who had the cool car in school? Come on now, quick. It's not that hard. Everybody remembers the cool guy that had the hot girl and all that.
If it was running, it probably would have been me.
There you go.
I had a '69 Roadrunner, 383 4-speed car.
So back up, John won't let you finish.
I-
From the trains to the hot rods.
From the trains to the hot rods. Okay, so I was always tearing stuff apart to see how it would work. Well, my mom would like buy me Popular Mechanics so that hopefully I'd put stuff back together and it would work again. And one day, and that's why I had this. I wanted to show you this.
Mine, of course, was my sister's working it, pulled up in a radio 73 Barracuda.
Well, one day my brother and I are at IGA, Shuttler's IGA, Mom's grocery shopping, and I went over to the magazine rack.
Did she weigh you on the scales like everybody else?
No,
I'm just asking.
I never realized how tough your job was.
You don't know that. But everybody weighed their child on the produce scale.
I was 11 years old, and I saw this.
Okay.
Now, this is not the magazine that my mom.
I know you got
originally
weighed
bought
on
me
the scales at IGA.
because
know you
I
did.
wore it out.
Your mom had to weigh
Yeah.
you.
This is a copy of the same one.
This is the same one.
All right, what do we
And,
got here? This is June 19.
well, you're going to tell my age.
Hey, listen,
He's
you're not that
OLD.
far off from me, trust me.
68.
There you go.
so,
1960.
so there's a bleep that I'm going to have to put in the Chopper Bob version of this. So anyway, you know, here's this funny car on the front of it, $25,000. This is actually a Tulsa car.
Really?
Yeah. I saw that and it was like, wow. And I wore my original one out. I mean, this was just, I mean, it had Perdome with the sock motor, front engine dragster, and so I thought, you know what, I'd like to have that original copy. And I originally thought that this was a double exposure on the cover, a phantom view with the body on it, and so I was looking for it and I couldn't find any phantom views on the cover. But I did remember that it had a Cadillac Eldorado funny car. And that's how I found this on eBay. I gave a little bit more
Yeah,
than,
the body lifted backwards.
yeah.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
never seen that before, that's crazy.
But this is what, when I got to this was really what,
That's the spark, right?
that was the spark.
Second Eldorado.
And then it was finding pop
That wouldn't even
bottles
handle a
and
streetcar now.
whatever I could find to keep buying Carcraft magazines. But that right there, the interviewer he's lost complete control.
Yeah,
So-
we got 3 people talking at once.
So that's it right there.
Okay,
Okay. So, I guess,
here's the future, right here.
yep, Traps and Skates 2.
What's that now?
Traps and Skates 2.
Okay.
Well, my original car, my 60 Chevy wagon, I did not build. It was Traps and Skates.
What's that mean?
I'm glad you asked that question.
That's what I'm here for.
He's a quality interviewer, knows all the right questions.
This is the original artwork from 1973.
Who drew that?
A gentleman by the name of Snyder. His first name is Martin Snyder.
So who's the trippy dude right there, man?
Okay, so this is Traps. This is Lee Steinmeier. He's the one that actually built the car. And he was a trapper. He is a trapper. He traps in my lifetime.
Apparently raccoon, he's got a raccoon cap on.
Yeah. And this was his
I bet he knows
partner,
Jimmy J would bet.
Steve Herzl. Now, Steve's passed, but Steve liked to roller skate.
Who doesn't?
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Who can?
Anyway, so this was on the doors of the car.
Of your 60 stations.
60
which you
Chevy
haven't sold
two-door
to anybody
station wagon.
about, you know.
Now, I've sold it back to Lee.
Well, it wasn't a station wagon, it was a what?
It was a two-door
What's the
station
name
wagon.
of it?
Brookwood.
Brentwood. yeah.
Brookwood.
Brookwood, yeah.
Brookwood, yeah. But Brookwood was available as a four-door.
The
but-
Brentwoods were O.J. Simpson lived. But go ahead, man.
Anyway, so, anyway, I've been after Lee to sell the car back to me.
He still has it?
Yeah, he still has it.
Okay, where is the car at now?
I'm not saying.
Well, I mean, no. Is it close by? You gonna have to go cross country?
North,
No,
out of
no.
state.
No, it would be a lot easier for me to go get it than it will be for him to sell it to me. And my fear is, and I hate to say this, my fear is that it'll end up getting crushed, and
Oh my God.
you know.
So it's in pretty rough shape, in other words.
It was in rough shape when I had it, and he's been trying to put it back on the street.
How old is he?
He's probably 70. Let's see. He's probably 72. So the thing is, all the people. I told him when I was up there. I said, Lee, it's just you and me that have any history with the car that is left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody else that was involved in the car has passed away. So, you know, and I told him, he promised me I had first right of refusal on the car. But as of right now, I call him up, he sees my number, he answers the phone, no.
I knew a girl like that one time.
I can't imagine that, Sean.
Yeah. There's other
Just
words, yeah.
one?
Then caller ID got involved. Yeah.
So, there you have it.
All right, now we're really getting along. All right, John, listen, we got any
Yes.
sponsors?
And, well, no, not yet.
Not
We're working
yet.
on something.
Okay.
We're working on something.
Okay, who else on the list? We got Rob's on the list.
Mhm.
Rob's right there. Who
I-
else?
I'm so glad I shamed you guys into putting us on the list.
We can do it behind the scenes, me and you know, pretty quick. If you want
Don't
to.
forget, we got Mr. X coming up.
Mr. X coming up, yeah.
Shannon,
and- Yeah.
Cosmic Cruiser.
Yeah. And then we're gonna hang out at the shop and do a couple, maybe.
Yeah, John's new secret hideaway.
Yeah.
His secret. What's the name?
Hey, that's pretty sharp. I mean, it's a lot better than these chairs that I provided you guys with.
I got folding chairs.
Yeah, you got folding chairs
Yeah,
too?
folding chairs.
Have you seen this new layout up there?
No, I haven't.
It's like a layer.
Yeah, it's.
So
it's
you
a
can
man
have like
cave.
a peanut gallery,
Yeah, we could, yeah.
8 or 9 people in folding chairs.
We would bring women, but
He-
they have
he's
no
got-
power when they come into that room.
He's got the springy
Well,
patio
sure.
chairs out there.
Ah.
I mean, it's wrought iron stuff.
They can't
I mean,
break them.
You got
Yeah.
a vinyl record player.
Vinyl record player.
You can't break them?
No, and I have the 75.
Can we go up there next?
Yeah,
I'll see.
we got, Steve left me his record of like 1972 Spring Nationals
Wow,
on record, but it's like,
really?
yeah, I got it.
Wow.
You can put it on the wall too.
All right.
All right.
That's a wrap.
Well, thanks for coming by, guys.
I still want to know who had the fastest car. That's what I still want to know.
Well, I don't know about fast.
Where'd y'all street race at? Give us a street real
I
quick.
didn't street
Oh
race.
my God.
There's no straight streets over there. To be honest with you, the first drag race I went to was at St. Clairsville
Street
Airport.
race.
Okay, this was as close as you can get. St. Clairsville Airport. You ever heard of the Rod Shop?
No.
See, you're not old enough.
Yeah.
You've heard of Rod Shop? Yeah, okay, Bob Bond was over close to where I lived, and Bob Bond's Rod Shop, Nationwide Auto Parts,
Mhm.
he got the St. Clair's Airport to shut down a runway, and he put a tree up in the middle of the runway, and he was drag racing cars up there. And I mean, it was no guardrails, we're standing next to the asphalt, the concrete or whatever the runway was. And there was just a whole bunch of people there watching it there.
Where'd you street race at?
Omaha, Nebraska.
What's the name of the street?
Old Mill Road,
Old Mill Road.
120th and Old Mill Road.
There we have the address, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Now see, I'll just be a bad Street King member. I don't believe in street racing. I think.
I don't believe in it either, but I've done it.
You have to do it. You have to prove yourself, okay? It's like this rite of passage, okay? Yeah.
All right. That's going to have to be a wrap.
All right.
All right. All right.
Jeez.
The first one you
Keep
go
you on the rails, man.
I'm gonna have to write a script.
Is this
You guys
still
gonna
running?
be me, 'cause
No. It has to be.
We can just leave
if
the
we
thing
do it
running.
off the hip,
Leave the thing
it'll
running.
take
Give
too
you
long.
tons. This is what we need right here, man. I'm telling you.
This is what we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hey, well, I might as well finish it up then. Hey, this is Chopper Bob signing out.
We're not
Be-
signing out.
Is it still on for real?
Yeah.
Still on?
Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
Appreciate the John and Martin. Or
If you want more of
Martin
us
and
to
John
hang out
show.
here,
Martin Johnson.
Martin and John.
if you want us to come back out and hang out with him and talk about girls, high school, beer, whatever, I'm your guy. He's your guy. We'll loosen him up, I'm sure.
Appreciate Rockin Robin Rish being my video
I just
guy,
monitor.
who's obviously not behind the camera right now.
Yeah, we're hanging out. Yeah. So in the comments, you want us to hang out with him? We got time.
All right,
Yep.
Chopper Bob out. Okay.
Now you can edit it. huh?
He gets this shit. We don't edit ours.
But you don't edit too much because that's do a raw. You know, like what's that?
It'll take him a long time to edit.